Hello, lads, ladettes, and lassies. Welcome to another My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 2. And you might notice, Makai and I, we've been doing this for about 4 seasons. Someone new here.
Something like that.
Guess who caught up in a month's time?
After 2 years of telling Anthony to watch My Hero Academia, he finally listened, and he caught up to us nearly immediately.
Seriously, like nearly immediately. Anthony, you seriously need to listen to us more when we recommend good shows to you.
Look at what
No.
we did.
I read
to
the
you.
script. I know when it's thematically correct.
Look at what we've done to you, Anthony. How the mighty have fallen.
My death was greatly exaggerated.
But yes, Anthony's here now for some My Hero Academia. So we got it.
Anthony, I thought you hated anime. My hatred was greatly
The
exaggerated.
character art. The character art.
I know, Josh. I should have never left.
Man.
It's
Honestly,
just reenacts that one Metro Man scene.
I think we've critiqued character arcs for being too fast and unrealistic. That were faster and less,
I'm gonna be
and more
honest.
believable than this.
I'm just gonna be honest.
If anyone tried to write Anthony's character arc right now for loving anime, we would critique it for being unrealistic and bad. Like,
What happened? It's just a day. Just one day. He's like, oh,
I never because the arc is I never hated anime. It just it killed my father or something. I gotta get over it.
Oh my god.
Or rather, my father was a great
Oh,
anime
your father-
hero, and he died in an anime war or something.
So what, you're like Coda now? Then you
Basically.
little water boy from season 3.
Basically.
Oh, I shoot some liquids. All right.
Oh god. So lads, prepared. These reactions are gonna get 10 times more
Spicy.
hysterical and 100 times more sexual.
It's a good thing I was here for the overhaul arc because my god,
Oh, that's such a great art.
I would have ruined it
You would have.
unintentionally.
Really would.
Even though I thought it was probably the best part of the whole show so far, I would have ruined it. Oops, I'm sorry.
He would have roasted me for crying.
man.
He cried, you little bitch.
It's already begun.
See, exactly.
Good thing he
Just
hasn't
wait
seen
until
it.
he sees Mineta.
Oh,
But
boy.
yeah, I'll admit when our arc came, I was sucked in. I finished it in like in a day and a half.
Yeah, Anthony was like, "Oh, Josh, I finally started rewatching My Hero again, or I started picking up My Hero again." I'm like, "Oh, cool." It's like I'm on the overhaul arc. I finished season 4. I'm like, that was like less than a day. What? How? How do you do that?
I don't know. The
How?
overhaul arc was like a
How do you
fine
know
course
like this?
meal, and then the gentleman arc was just like a nice little dessert afterward. It was like nice.
Nice.
It's a complete meal.
It's a complete meal. So basically, last
Lads,
episode. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, lads. I'm just gonna warn you right now. The angle is awkward for you. Josh doesn't even know
I don't
yet
know
'cause
yet.
he hasn't even seen this yet. But the angle is awkward for you because I don't
POV,
have my
what she
usual setup right
sees.
now. I'm gonna let y'all decide how accurate that was. But If it's
I'm
awkward
getting
for you,
that Dutch
it
stuff.
is very likely that this phone will fall over during this reaction. So if it does, I will try and fix it as fast as possible. Just please be patient.
So just
I just imagine it falls mid episode. You see black and it just says you died.
it's just core episode 2 over again.
Lads, you don't understand how hype I was when I learned they were watching this episode, the one I'm about to watch.
Makai and I just finished episode 1, and Anthony just DM'd, or he sent in our Discord. He's like, "Hey, do we have anything to react to?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I'm binging My Hero with Makai. I want to finish as much as he can before his school starts again." He's like, "Oh, what episode are you on?" I'm like, "Episode 2, season 5." He's like, "Let's go! I'm on that episode." So now that Anthony's
Oh,
here,
sorry,
maybe we
lads.
can start watching more My Hero. Because basically,
Perhaps.
we have to take breaks between My Hero episodes. Because Anthony
Yeah.
has the magical ability of whenever we start a My Hero episode, he always goes, "You guys free?" I don't know how he does it.
Seriously, it's like psychic or something.
So weird.
I sense a
It
serpent
is.
in the forge.
Such a service forge. Oh god. But yeah, basically last episode was kind of a filler episode, reintroduced us to the entire cast, except for the after credit scene, where we find out Endeavor's in the hospital. Yeah, Endeavor's in the hospital, and Dobby has a meeting with Hawks. What does this mean? There's only one way to find out. Check the links down below and come back for the discussion.
They're gonna make passionate love on screen.
Oh, now This isn't my yaoi academia. Please, Anthony. That
There's too much of that already.
there's already too much.
God.
Of that. Don't go to my hero
There-
subreddit.
By the way, lads, I am watching sub like a true Chad. So
We, Anthony,
You know?
Anthony, we're also watching Yo Piece.
Oh yeah, we're not skipping the
Remember, we
intros.
have full length.
every time. By the way, I didn't think
every
what's his name, the fireman.
Endeavor?
Endeavor?
I never thought his face looked like that. I thought he always had a beard.
No, he has a
Yeah.
fire beard at all times.
I thought it was like
Yeah.
fire on top of his hair or something. He looks so weird about he looks younger. So yeah, is the blue fire guy just Endeavor but blue?
Yeah, basically. It's like Azula. You know, Azula's Zuko.
Oh.
So is his fire stronger?
Just recover your strength
Honestly,
for now.
it could be.
I'll take care of this guy.
What's the word?
I only have small feathers left, but I should be able to buy us some time.
Why did I forget the word?
No need.
Aesthetic.
Heroics. The only reason I'm here is to
Oh.
retrieve
I don't know if it's
fallen
stronger or
number.
not.
You got the battle pass.
Oh,
Interesting.
It's
Yes.
it's Vidiko.
rabbit.
Saw them using hopped over.
No way, Uchiko.
Oh, that's nasty.
See you later, number
Ujiko.
one.
That was
Oh.
one of All For One's powers, but All For One's in
You mean-
jail.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, All For One.
Obviously, he ate part of his hair on the way out.
Ah, there we go.
Every time. Every time.
Anthony, what are you complaining about?
I skip him all the time.
That takes more effort.
interesting.
Oh, I saw little Airy.
Oh, Airy. Airy is the most wholesome thing on the planet.
The more they trust me, the more intel I'll be able to collect on them. You know that. Unless you're incapable of thinking long term.
Interesting.
Everything I do is in the name of advancing the League. Got it? Sure.
So
Say
Hawks
that all
is the
you want,
traitor.
but I can't let you see the
So
boss.
he's sus.
I'll be in
He's
touch,
the Among Us.
partner.
He's among us.
He's the okay.
He's the imposter. Dun 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 dun.
You're gonna have to explain. 'cause
And
that's
now
not
he's not
fair.
the imposter.
To truly stamp out these dark organizations, we need more information, especially about that bio.
Is he a triple agent?
Was that thing made
He's a
using
triple
just All For
agent.
One's power?
I honestly think he
If
might
we
be.
don't learn
So you
everything
think
we
he
can
is
about
working with the
then
League
we'll just
legitimately?
keep making the same mistakes.
I think
You
he's
want me
working
to
with
get
the
close
League
to
to
them,
get
but expect me to
close
sit back and
so that
ignore
he
all the harm
can
they
get
cause?
information on All For One.
We're asking you because we think you're
So wait,
someone
there's
who
a double
can't
agent.
ignore it.
That's just a double
You're
agent.
indifferent to prestige and fame, and you have your eyes
Well,
fixed
that's a
on your
double agent
long-term
for the
goal.
League, but
We
for the
think there's
League,
no
to
one
the
more
League, he's a double
suitable than
agent
you.
to the heroes.
Huh?
He's spying on
Kai,
the villains, but the
it can't
villains
go
think
beyond double because it just cancels out.
No, that's just triple. That's the
Ew.
definition of a triple agent. It's going beyond double.
I forgot. Why doesn't it have stigma on his face?
They haven't
Aesthetics.
explained it yet.
I
Still
don't.
working,
There's something
which is
called
honestly surprising.
That is surprising. I honestly thought he lost it.
I'm sorry.
I thought he lost his eye
This was all
too.
my fault.
Don't flatter
I did too.
yourself. My
I thought
injuries
that
are my
happened to
own
Eraserhead in season 1, but he
Aw,
didn't.
man. Can I borrow that line the next time
I thought
I
Eraserhead
legit thought
died.
his man was
Focus on
blind.
what's
I
important.
thought he died in season
That
1.
Nomu came straight for
I thought he
us,
was blind
as if it knew
cripple.
where we were.
I was thinking, it's possible that the Noma rumors themselves are being
Wait, I
used
just
as
realized, does he have a
bait to
scar on the
capture
same
us.
place
Think we should
on his face
contact
as his
the
son?
crew searching for the
I
lead
think
to
Yes.
get more
yeah.
Irony.
Irony.
Glad to
Karma's
keep
a son of a
investigating
bitch.
Okay, catch you later.
Endeavor
then.
really has mellowed out. He literally is not choosing to have the Firebeard right now.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Maybe Mr.
Is this
Hawkman is just playing all
absolutely
sides.
This is a proposition. By
He's
going
an
after the
Omni
League of
agent.
Villains,
I
both
think-
the
he's a
inside
freelance
and the
agent.
outside, we
I
can
think
cut
he's
off their
good.
retreat and
It's a bad scar.
I knew about
Guys,
this.
he shaved his fire. He's different now.
That's a nice
You
scar.
promised you'd be in good moods. Congratulate him, Dad.
Nice scar, Dad. Where'd you get it?
After all these years, don't blow it. At least pretend
Was
that
it
you don't
boiling
believe it.
water?
I'm still here.
No, just a giant claw.
I can't
Ah,
do this.
Wait.
that's the bus.
I plan to be your father now and atone for what I did.
It's too late. I'm sorry, sis. Thanks for the food.
But he
Natsu,
shaved his fire beard.
Come
But he didn't
on.
shave his real beard. And that's what counts.
Well, that went terribly.
That's why they got him a shaver for Christmas. Oh,
Shoto started visiting Mom on a regular basis. Maybe we could act like a real family for once, you know? I was just looking forward to it
Todoroki
so much.
does not care.
Weren't you, Shoto?
He's just zoned in.
No, I think that was the first time I've ever seen Natsu show that much emotion.
2 days after the fight.
In her
Public
effort to
opinions
have a
about the
perfect life,
ever-young
she's
hero continue to
completely
evolve
ignoring how her brother
rapidly.
feels.
I thought we already caught a ton of those Nomu things. Why was he having such a hard time with one?
Damn.
Despite his wins,
That
Turn this
was
thing off!
brutal.
No.
unease.
Man,
Do you
imagine
know
having
what
your.
she's doing right now?
I would not have my
Risking his
power
life
just be an
for
extra
our
body
sakes.
part. That just
Look
sounds
at him! I used to be a huge fan,
uncomfortable.
man.
Man in his
Totally my
20s.
top hero after that.
Man in his 30s.
Excited.
Passion!
Who's Look Boy? Some
Oh.
new hero?
The child,
Oh.
now known by the nickname Look Boy, struck a chord
Look
with
Boy.
Mick during the fight. However, he
That I failed with my own family.
Dude, you failed so long ago.
How can I demand forgiveness after so long?
Dad, you haven't eaten yet.
I want you to
A
know
lot of Christmas gifts.
I'm sorry for everything.
This
Should
time.
have
So,
handled
son,
conversation with
well, that
my
Xbox Series X.
How would you like me to get you a
Even if it is
PS5?
too late, I'll try to
Do
make
flat screen,
amends.
one for each.
My only
Really
path forward.
fast.
A man cave for both of us.
Ooh.
Oh, right to pay for.
Ah, yes, finally. The after credits scene of
Yeah.
season 4.
I had a dream.
Yeah, seriously.
The Avatar state?
There was
Basically.
a beautiful woman with a fierce but this dream was much clearer than that one.
Yeah, where my man All Might though?
They
He's not
were the
dead yet.
Vestiges of one era.
He's not dead yet.
I can't talk.
It's like the
but I
Avatar
can
state.
move my right arm.
Aang's not gonna see
What's up with my
himself in
feet?
the predecessors.
But he did.
More I can't
No, he
make out.
doesn't.
One
did.
person improves
Aang
the power,
himself?
then hands it off to another person.
Well, I mean, like, he's
Continues
there.
to grow as it
Yeah,
That's
Deku's
the
there. He's just not
It is
all
this
the way there.
cultivated power that allows me to save
so he's
those
partially
who are in need
dead.
of a hero. The
Oof.
truth behind my strength.
Oh,
Aren't we all?
I mean, he's a high school
Far away
student, so yeah. Is he gonna turn them into Nomus?
oh, I'm gonna get him the teeth.
Oh.
Old
Yeah.
man, you'll have teeth.
But I still love you. I hope you know that. You are my only family.
Why are they
I will
showing
give you
him this
everything you
now?
want if you agree to join me. You have my
Character
word.
development. I think.
Choice to those without power.
Oh boy.
Mercy to those who have sinned.
Quirk, neck. Quirk giraffe.
Fork. God.
They let their powers go to waste, formed factions, rose against me.
Oh, he's pulling the
That's why they
Joker
have
card.
killed. But it wasn't by my
I love that he's
Changing
proud.
society.
My multitude of
It was a
adoring
pretty sick
friends
explosion,
took
that
it
one,
upon
man.
themselves to spite the wicked.
Despite the wicked.
I love that he's
Couldn't
proud.
be
He's
more
like,
thrilled.
they made
The
factions. They
suggestion
went
of a
against
desire
me.
that people act for.
I'm sorry, I wanted to show you more, but you're barely using 20% of the power yet. Be careful. We're long past the singularity point.
Singularity point.
Don't be afraid. You are not alone.
Okay.
So wait, what does this mean?
That's a great question.
I don't know.
Good
I haven't seen
question.
season 5.
Does this mean that
Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay.
The face cam. Please, please, fix the internet.
I don't know about you, Micaiah, but I was buffering throughout a lot of that episode. Like only like 1 second buffers.
As soon as we got past those initial buffers, I was fine. So apparently my internet issues transferred over to you.
I'm back in a second, guys, but yes.
All right.
All right.
We'll talk about the episode.
Yeah. We'll get the ball rolling. So first thing is Hawks. We talked a little bit about Hawks' virtue.
Yeah.
Right?
A little bit, like back, like in the finale. I was gonna say back in.
That
I was
felt
gonna say
so
it like it was a
long ago.
long time ago. It technically was, but for the lads watching, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, seriously. I'm trying to remember what the heck we said.
He said, Hawk said that he wants to create a hero, or he wants to create a world where heroes have too much time on their hands.
Yeah,
And he repeats that statement here. So I believe
he
him.
does.
I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he's going to be
I think he's a triple agent.
by
I think
triple agent, do you mean that he was
I think he's pretending to be a double agent for the League of Villains. The villains are asking him to be a double agent
I am
and pretend to spy on the villain or the heroes, but the heroes are asking him to spy on the villains,
so
which makes him a
who's-
triple agent.
So who's he actually spying on?
I think he's actually spying on the villains.
Okay,
I think.
me too. We're talking about
Yeah.
Hawks, Anthony. We're like,
Oh yeah. So maybe he's signing both of them. Maybe he's just a freelance agent.
he's actually working for the anti-heroes. I don't know. There's not really a third
Yeah.
faction in My Hero Academia. Villain or
The
hero?
people.
He's working for the people. Hawks for
Pretty
president.
much, yeah.
Hawks for president.
Hawks for president. I work for the people. Actually, who said this is a democracy? I mean, it could just be an empire
I
state.
love democracy.
But we shall start the
Democracy?
next global empire. I was gonna say galactic, but you know.
See, I think Hawks is good. They did have me going a little bit there. I'm like, oh, so he's
really did.
the spy. Because we still don't know who the spy is. But
Yeah.
he's not the spy. But he could be the spy.
But,
am.
wait, what if the spy that they're looking for actually is him, and they just don't know that he's a double agent, triple agent, whatever?
No. Because they asked
No?
him. Because
Am
they
I misreading?
asked him to. They asked him. From what I got from the episode, I don't know if maybe you got it differently, but from what I got from the episode, they asked him to start spying on the leagues after the Camino incident, which was All Might versus All for One. But they already had a spy because someone leaked the school's coordinates to the campsite. That's how they got Bakugo.
Oh, interesting. You're right. Oh, huh. Yeah, I don't know then.
So like from what I got on this episode, that's what I understood. I thought they asked him to be a spy for them after that. And if that's the case, there's another spy. There's someone else. And maybe they're trying to find out who that
great.
spy is through Hawks.
Maybe that makes sense. I don't know. I really don't know. He's interesting though. Oh man. So he was interesting because he was one of the top heroes, and he didn't care about fame.
Yeah,
But he was also
became the top
famous.
hero. Like he's top 3? Top
Hello?
3, right? He's top 3?
Top 2.
He's top 2. He's number 2?
Yeah, he's number 2.
Jeez Louise. At 21. 22.
Yeah.
So
He's just
Yeah.
better Angel.
Oh,
Connect.
that's right. That was.
I mean, Angel can't do anything. Angel just flies.
Yeah.
Hawks can just like send his wings out. Hawks is awesome.
Yeah. Hawks is way cooler. So we talked about how there's a danger when someone so young becomes successful so fast, and what that does to their character. Josh, you remember the
Yeah.
other?
Oh yeah. Wait, Anthony. Let me tell you. Micaiah. This is one of the shows that Micaiah loves to talk about and compare to the Bible and Christianity.
What? Where?
Yep. Yeah. It'll probably
Yes.
happen. It happens organically
Yeah.
too.
Well, so here's the fascinating thing. It's not necessarily Christianity like the Bible or anything. It's being a pastor specifically. So
It sounds ridiculous.
It does. It really does. And Josh,
Can you channel all for
on
one?
point has it-
Or one for all?
No.
He can channel one for all of like all the past pastors. And they tell him.
Josh,
It's
I
a long
honestly think
line.
it would be better if you explained it, because if I explain it, it just sounds ridiculous, because it kind of is.
It's
But
just
if
like-
you explain it, it's like, it's weird.
It's like the most random things that he'll just go like, huh, you know, back in 1992, in January of 7th, and he'll just like bring up this very oddly specific like example of like either a pastor or a church, and how it's almost verbatim the plot line of the episode.
Yeah,
Oh
literally,
God.
literally. Like, this is, so the idea of Stain, right? Stain critiques heroes because they have become so obsessed with celebrity and money that they have lost sight of the virtue of their careers. That is a massive problem right now in pastors and in church ministry. Like, it's huge. It's like the
Dang.
defining conversation.
It's just
Celebrity
a
pastor.
radical pastor.
It's so funny.
It makes no sense, but also it makes perfect sense, and it's so weird, and I don't get it. But like, I don't.
I mean, I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, maybe there is no spy, and then maybe because it's one for all has a connection to all for one, maybe we're just spying through Deku or something.
That would be interesting. That would be a twist.
Huh. That would be
And
interesting.
Deku indirectly the spy.
Oh, that'd be a weird.
That
way
is
to take- that'd be a
interesting,
cool way to
actually.
take
Maybe
that,
because like normally you can't do it, but since Deku's learning it / the transfer of power is happening, it's more easy to do it or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe he's
That sounds
always been
interesting.
able to do it because no one warned him. Like I feel like all Might go like, all right, listen, Deku, the first step of your training is blocking all for one. Because have they had any more spy incidents since All for One's capture? Because you can't if All for One's
They
spying
haven't
through
made it
Deku.
clear.
If All for One's spying through Deku, then
Well,
you can't tell them anything anymore because he's in jail.
No, they have not actually.
Yeah, I can't remember any like other major spy incidents. Any leaks?
Yeah.
I like
don't-
this theory. I really like this theory.
Yeah, this is interesting. I want to see how this all plays out.
Well, I don't know because Harris have about spying. It's not gonna have about this. So I'm just like, well, they're connected.
Yeah.
I don't know. That is interesting. Yeah, huh. I don't know. So, okay, the 3 big things for this episode were Hawks, and is he a spy or is he not? And honestly,
He's
his
definitely
character-
a spy. It just depends on what side
Well, yeah.
he's on.
Okay, yeah. Who the heck is he a spy for? Great question. Second question, is he actually a good guy? The question underneath that question, actually, which is interesting because that was actually a conversation when he was first introduced that Anthony kind of missed. And then the second big thing for this episode was Endeavor and his reconciliation with his family and his family dynamic. Man, they gave like each of his kids like 30 seconds on screen, and they showed so much character in those 30 seconds. What the heck? We can get into that. And then the last thing, of course, was
of course,
the dream.
the big flashback
The
dream
vision.
sequence of season 4. Anthony, did you see that in season 4?
What?
Because you said you didn't watch after credits, or you didn't know there were after credit scenes. That flashback dream sequence that was teased in the final episode of season 4 in the end credits.
Oh,
yeah.
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, no, that was a big. That was how they left season 4.
Huh.
Yep.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, I just realized if the mom's parent is white, hair is white, and his is red, one of their kids' hair just turned pink.
That's not how aesthetics work. Listen.
That's not how anime artists work.
Funnily enough, in a world where pink hair does exist naturally, technically pink skin exists naturally as well. No.
Yeah. No. Your logic
I
does
don't
not
want to
apply
see him with
here.
pink hair now. Just like light pink hair.
If he had,
I'm sure
because
there's
like
somebody. There's got to be somebody.
because the hair represents how much control they have of like their ice. Like the brother probably does full ice. The sister probably can like make things lukewarm but not actual fire. And Todoroki's perfect half and half. So like, what would the combination be for pink? Water? I don't know.
Just lukewarm. You can make anything
he's just a
exactly room
waterbender.
temperature.
Hey, that's not bad. That's not too bad.
You
That
can shoot
isn't
steaming
half
hot water or really cold icy water, whenever fully with each other.
Dang.
It's just lukewarm water. You can only control water when it is lukewarm. As soon as it hits like 67, you can no longer control it. Wait, what counts as lukewarm? Or as room temperature?
Or maybe he only did one extreme at a time. So basically, he could turn something instantly to absolute zero, or something absolute zero to like scalding, burning. But they can't control it.
I like.
Either it's frozen or it's burning.
I like power lukewarm, and like his power like automatically assesses what the room temperature is in the room he's in, and then that's as far as it can go. Oh, it's so stupid.
Room temperature is somewhere between 68 and 72.
60
So, like,
72.
as soon as it hits 73 degrees, nope. Sorry, can't control it anymore. Nope.
My God.
67.
Okay,
Nope.
I got it
Sorry,
better. What if
guys.
it's like
The AC
he
was
shoots
kicked on
ice?
extra hot today.
What if he just shoots ice that slowly turns into like scalding water plasma, and then he can do the reverse. He shoots scalding plasma fire, but it slowly turns into ice.
Ow. World's most
So,
lethal hero.
so basically, whatever he shoots, he becomes the opposite over time.
Violent.
Ooh, look at that. I
That
kinda like
is incredibly violent.
whatever you shoot becomes the opposite
Interesting.
by the time it hits your opponent. That sucks. That's a terrible power.
Yeah.
That's a sucky power.
I mean, you just gotta just do things in reverse.
It's incredibly
I guess.
violent. Yeah, you've got to put a lot of thought into it to make it work, but I don't know. Lemillion's power is stupid hard to use too, and he became a baller with it.
Lemillion.
What I really wanted to talk about though was less so their powers and more so their
Yeah. I was actually going to bring it back to that because I like that a lot.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, that moment. I said it during the reaction because, like, I don't know any other way to summarize it. The older brother is still wrestling, and he's still just so pissed off because he can't ignore everything that's happened. The sister is trying to ignore it, trying to have just a happy life. Like, they both want something good. One of them wants justice, the other just wants peace. And by the sister trying to force peace, she is completely ignoring how her brother feels. So, interestingly enough, like, by forcing forgiveness, she's become selfish. She's turned a virtue into a vice. And it's super interesting. Wait, that's super complicated.
Wait, no,
That's
I just got it.
brilliant.
The pink hair will be burning ice. Hear me out.
Anthony's like, I do not care.
Anthony, yeah.
Okay, that's
seriously.
cool and all, but burning ice. Hear me out. It's basically a liquid initially, like some hot steaming liquid chemical that basically it freezes at basically even at scalding hot temperature, burning temperatures. It still condenses into a solid, and it burns everything it touches. That isn't itself.
Honestly, sometimes I feel like Anthony is having his own conversation.
So,
I'm just
what's
saying.
that ice called? That one ice that burns you when you touch it?
Dry ice?
It's basically dry ice.
But it's actually really hot. But to us, it's hot. But to itself, it's actually really cold.
So yeah,
I'm not sure how to
basically
phrase
its
that
freezing
word.
point
Anyway.
is basically like 1,000 degrees or something. So basically, it's really hot, and it can still turn to a solid.
Yet again, the world's most lethal hero.
Yeah.
You burn you and freeze you.
To be fair,
Wow.
Bakugo's superpower is explosions.
Yeah, it's animated. It's not explosions. It's just concussive force.
Also, basically explosions. Anyways, Josh, you were about to say. You were about to take it back to character.
I was surprised to see how complex they made the brother-sister character because they were only introduced like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, seriously. And they had like 2 minutes of screen time this episode. And that got insanely emotionally complicated really fast. What the heck?
I do hope we get to see more of Endeavor's family dynamic throughout the season. I think that would be really nice.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, totally. And
Todoroki's like, my father
the
Endeavor.
perfect balance between them.
My father Endeavor
He's
on
the
TV is
perfect
not the
blend.
same one in front of me. As a hero, you've grown, but as a father, I still need to watch what you do. Like, ooh! Endeavor told him to do that, though. Like, just watch what I do, Todoroki.
Yeah.
Just watch.
Okay, so the older brother is hot. He's angry. He's on fire. And the older brother is trying to cool everything off and get everything to a stable place. He's fire, she's ice. Todoroki is both.
Ironic.
Which is why his perspective acknowledges both of them. He wants to move forward with peace, but he also can't forgive Endeavor. Their powers reflect their personalities and vice versa.
Yeah.
And they showed all of that complexity in
like 2 minutes.
How long were they on screen?
It wasn't.
I'm gonna go back.
It was
to
not
when
a
it
long scene.
showed up.
It was pretty quick.
No.
Todoroki also nice scar.
Where the heck is it?
Savage. Absolutely
Okay.
savage.
10 minutes ish to.
Joke's on my man's because now he looks like his dad.
Oh no, his dad looks like him. His dad's copying his style.
Yeah.
No,
his
that
dad is
means
copying his
he
style.
looks like his dad, so he doesn't want to look like his dad.
But now he can
14
he can
minutes
spin it.
ish.
His dad wants to beat him. His dad's not gonna like that. His dad's got an inferiority complex.
15.
15 minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5
okay.
minutes of screen time.
Not a long
Yep.
scene.
10 minutes to 15 minutes. 5 minutes of screen time was all they needed.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
all.
right about this.
That's just
Yes.
good. That's a good sense of your timing. Good sense of your time restrictions.
It's really economic. It's what's another word?
Yeah, I'm just struggling to think of words. We also
it's
learned
like
that there's a fourth sibling too.
synonym.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
I-
Cost effective, successful.
Yeah, cost effective.
Efficient, I guess.
Yes, that's the word I was actually looking for.
Effective,
Cinnamon.
worthwhile,
A
valuable,
Cinemark.
advantageous. Come on, it's gotta be
Cinemark.
something.
This episode is brought to you by Cinemark. No, it's not. Maybe one day. Not today. But we found out they have a fourth sibling. When the older brother was young.
Yeah.
We don't
I
know
forgot
what
about
happened
that, yeah.
We don't know what happened to them. Are they? Did Endeavor kill? No, I don't think Endeavor killed. I will retract that statement. No.
You're hesitating.
I don't think Endeavor would kill. Never mind.
You were thinking about that as you said it, like,
No. Something's wrong with the statement.
No.
would he though?
I
think
he would kill a
unintentionally.
child. Maybe unintentionally.
Not intentionally. It'd be like he was trying to tip them up, and then he ends up burning them to a crisp,
Yeah.
turning them into a piece of burnt chicken, a piece of burnt charcoal.
But
Yeah.
so that could be a gun on the mantle for something later we see later on, or like a literal skeleton in the closet.
More like
That would be dark.
charcoal in the
But
closet.
honestly, my hero blew up the top half of a dude, so I could see it.
Yeah.
I want the Endeavor redemption.
Endeavor redemption. Me too.
Yes.
I think that
Yes.
they're going the right way with
He's gonna
it.
need to buy a lot of
Mhm.
Xboxes, PS5s, and new TV.
Oh, you know,
Wow, you really think that's actually gonna work?
it worked for me.
Like,
I mean,
I feel like it would at least warm them up to him.
I also forgot to mention this last episode's discussion, but speaking of Endeavor redemption, they replaced All Might in the
yeah.
like this is a society of heroes. And they replaced All Might with Endeavor, doing the same pose. And I know it's because
same
Endeavor's
pose.
#1 right now. I still don't know how I feel about it.
I see the reasoning, but is it a good enough reason?
I now
The
hope.
reason is valid, but is there a better reason than just saying All Might is a better symbol of peace? He's a better symbol of heroism. Like, he's. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
All Might's just better.
Look, if I'm a really good
Yes.
firefighter, I'm like the country's #1 firefighter. It doesn't mean I can't go home and kick puppies. Like, I can be a great firefighter. I think I'm a great person.
But,
That's what the point of Endeavor's
I
character
mean, I
is.
guess being a firefighter is the closest thing that we have to being a superhero in our world, but that's not what a hero's supposed to do.
I was gonna say
No, yeah.
soldier, but there's certain council
So-
in Geneva that doesn't like
Yeah.
certain actions in war. Look at you,
has a
Anakin.
grudge.
So,
Anthony has a grudge against the
interestingly-
people.
Look at you, Anakin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, but put the cuffs on.
So there is no real life that is in danger in pastoral work, but I've been making this comparison the entire show.
Oh my god, yeah, I just realized.
Yeah.
Bring it to past.
You know who else is
Of
a real,
course.
you know who's a
I've
real
already brought it here.
superhero?
Josh,
Our
you've heard this
pastors
before.
in the church.
You know who's a real superhero? My dad. Oh, Makai, that's so touching. The pastor. God damn it.
No, okay. But, like, so there's a lot of controversy in the church right now because there have been a lot of pastors
Isn't
that
that
have been accused
majority
being,
of
like,
Christendom's
total
history?
jerks.
Controversy in the church.
It's a thing. We're trying to
It's
figure it
its
out. We're not
thing.
very good at figuring it
If
out.
there is no controversy in the church, I'm worried with what's going on. I feel like the world's ending.
It's a bit more complicated than that, but the simple answer is yes. Basically, though, the current thing is there have been a lot of pastors that have been accused recently of being total jerks, like literally abusive. on like the worst possible levels when their job is to be virtuous and selfless and loving people and leading them in being more loving. And their character contradicts their job and their career, but their character also makes them better at their job because they're more ambitious and they can lead a massive multi-million-dollar nonprofit with more ambition and drive. That's what we see in Endeavor, is his ambition and drive has led him to be the #1 hero, but his job is not just to be powerful, it's also to be compassionate and to actually help people. And now all of a sudden, the thing that got him to where he needs to be is also keeping him from doing his actual job.
Yeah. That pretty much sums up Endeavor right there. I really hope that this season focuses on Endeavor. Right? Not like the whole season, but I hope we get stuff like this. Like small parts per episode.
He hope more it's of a
like
spotlight, yes.
It gives more how you say, his perspective on how and why he treated his family as he did. So it's more of like a so like right now he's like, in hindsight, maybe that wasn't a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't. So reality, he wasn't being a dick purposely, at least not in that way. He was more of just trying to do it because he thought it was for the best, but it wasn't for the best. His kids hate him.
He literally made Todoroki to surpass All Might. That's his reasoning.
In his head, he's like, yes, my son will be awesome and great. His son was thinking, is like, oh my god, dad is beating me up. Why?
Yeah, so I want to see like Endeavor's redemption through his like regret and all that. And I want to see how he, like Micaiah said, like everything that got him to be #1 hero is working against him now. I want to see how he changes.
Yes,
or, like,
exactly.
How far
yes.
he'll change.
It's gonna be a lot of Polish and a lot of Xboxes. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
That's the beginning. That's
but,
the start. That's the start.
Anthony, I've known a decent amount of people who would actually be offended if you tried to buy back their forgiveness like that.
I won't.
Look, at a certain point of buying them, eventually they'll be okay. Okay, I'll work with you. I feel like at a certain point, everyone has a certain point when they start softening a little bit.
I don't think everyone operates that way. I really,
at
really
a certain
don't.
point, I don't know, man. I mean, you know, I have a lot of trauma. But I'm telling you that sick gamer cave, that sick gamer man cave is pretty cool. I don't know.
Trauma means I don't feel safe. If I don't feel safe in the gamer man cave, I'm still gonna feel traumatized, and I'm still not gonna forgive you. I'll take the stuff, but I don't have to forgive you. Like,
then you get more stuff.
Look, as long as we're cool, in the sense that you're not gonna, you don't outright hate me, I take that as a win.
As long as you're not going to traumatize my mother to burn my other eye.
I really don't.
Well, I mean, would you feel better? Let's say, oh no, Micaiah, I accidentally ran over your dog, because hypothetically, you're really mad at me. You're like, Anthony, that dog was like my old Yeller. How could you? I was supposed to kill him in my own character arc. How dare you? And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let me buy you a mansion. Let me buy you some real estate. Let me get you a fucking aircraft carrier.
I ain't forgiving you for the death of the dog, but I'm totally taking that.
Yeah, okay, I'm still actually going to be really pissed off about the dog. Like, I'm not going to hate you either way because you ran over the dog. I'm assuming it's for an accident.
It's Anthony, we don't know.
Honestly, the mansion won't change how pissed off I am.
Okay,
really
what if I don't know. Annihilate the Pope.
Oh my god.
In your name.
No,
I don't know what you
let's
want.
Let's just skip to
let me see. Looking for my dictionary of random objects.
Let's just skip to Deku's vision.
I buy you some intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Anthony will not move on until we finish this, Josh. So I'm sorry.
Don't.
I'm just kidding.
Like to move on to.
Don't worry, we're on the server. I can do this.
Wait, hold on. Did you actually?
Yeah, no.
I've reached through the multiverse, and
the timing is so on point. Well done, dude.
What?
Dude, you muted you at the perfect moment.
What part did you mute me at?
When Micaiah was saying like, Josh, Anthony's not gonna get through this until we finish this, so let's just finish it. And then you open. I just heard you go, and then I muted you. And then Nakai started laughing, like, you actually did that? I unmuted you, and you're like, intercontinental missiles through the multiverse, and I muted you again.
Oh.
And
It was
I will,
so
and then he
funny.
muted you. Right as you said, and I will. And it was so perfect.
I was looking with my screen, so I wasn't looking at the screen. So I pulled Master Chief from the multiverse and throw him in front of you.
How is this gonna make killing the Pope better?
I think at a certain point of that much power, I could probably just bring the Pope back to life.
Yeah. In this fantasy,
you
that
just bring
you've
the
got
Pope.
other concerns.
If I have this much power, I might as well just bring the puppy back to life.
You can just bring the Pope
Yeah.
from another dimension into this one, and then clone him and put him back into the other dimension.
Exactly. I could fix everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Look, kids, I'll fix your scar. I'll fix your mother with the power of my hand. The Infinity Stones. We need the Infinity Stones to fix your family. Shake my head.
Episode 1 with Anthony, and it's already derailed.
Obviously, Endeavor, you need some good old-fashioned Infinity Gauntlet.
Doesn't exist in this universe yet.
Oh, it will.
Yet. Anyways, yeah. Short answer, emotions can't really be bought. Like, people are more complicated than that, basically. And sometimes that might help. Sometimes it really won't. And it's dangerous to assume that it always will. So, like, I don't know. Just something to think about. Anyways, moving on, though. Because, like, that was my way of trying to wrap up that
What
part
if
so we could get to-
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Gaffins him.
Deafens me. I'm just talking to myself for an hour.
we come back like,
We can
alright,
just-
Anthony,
we
ready
can
for
just
episode
leave
3?
it.
He's still talking.
Yeah, seriously.
And another thing. I'm just kidding.
And another thing.
Another thing.
And that is how I would solve the world of cure cancer. You're like, what, Anthony? Can you repeat that last part? What last part? No, no.
Yes.
Quick
Yeah.
Xbox clip it.
Xbox.
So, for the dream. Yeah.
That was. I'm curious as to why they're showing it to him now. Because the successor said, I'd show you more, but you can only harness 20%. But like, is this something that he just shows like everyone? He's like, alright, time to traumatize you.
I don't know. I want to get to that part again where he said that. Because I think there was a different connection in the dialogue that was being made.
He's like, I'm sorry, I wanted to show you more,
But
but you can only use 20% right now. Like, it has
okay,
to be
I'm at that
significant.
moment in the dialogue. You're the ninth wielder, right? Zuko gasps. I'm sorry, I wanted to show you more, but you're barely using 20% of the power yet. Interesting. Be careful. We're long past the singularity point. What the heck does that mean? What the heck does that mean?
Well,
The
usually that
singularity
means that what's gonna happen is gonna happen. So.
Maybe.
But we're past that. Why does that matter?
Maybe the singularity point is simply Deku forging his bond with One For All.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
wondering
they
if that's
fuse
the case.
together,
if it's connected with his power.
What's One For All's name?
I don't remember.
The original
The
One For All? We
original?
don't even
We
know his
don't
name.
know.
We just call him One
We
For All.
don't know. I'm gonna call him Fred. So
Fred.
Fred and Deku.
Fred and Deku.
Freku. That's their
my-
fusion name. Freku.
You know what I just realized?
What?
I've been dreading, like, the potential if they kill off All Might. But if they do, can you imagine Deku goes into the or not into the Avatar state, but like he does the Avatar meditation thing, and we see Ghost All Might there to talk to him, like the ninth or like the first one is talking to him now. Oof.
He's like, oh Echo, it's been a minute. You know, last thing I remember, I was getting hit in the head. And looks down and sees the ghost. Oh fuck!
Hey, young Midoriya. Ooh, that hurt. That would hurt.
I'm a ghost now.
That hit.
I'm in your subconscious. I'm in your subconscious now, kid. Remember, we're always watching. Always watching.
Always watching.
Remember that you delete your internet history. What? No, you can't know about.
Use the VPN. Use a
Speaking of
VPN.
VPNs, you should hear our sponsor of Afterlife, NordVPN.
Ad reads are still in the afterlife. Damn it!
You know, I wonder if we make jokes enough, if they'll eventually actually sponsor us.
No.
Or like, if
they won't.
they'll like,
Oh, are they gonna say
if
making
they'll
up
like
jokes?
retroactively pay us for all the times we've referenced them as jokes, and like count that as advertising. So like, we'll get paid for all the advertising we've been doing for NordVPN.
I thought for a second you were gonna say we make enough jokes. We're just gonna eventually write all the jokes and revelations in the whole season.
I mean, that's what you
like
do.
monkeys on a typewriter.
That's what you did with Kabobo
Honestly,
yesterday.
monkeys on a typewriter low-key worked with that.
I've done multiple predictions. I wonder if my brain is just like 10,000 monkeys a typewriter a second, and then occasionally, and more often than not, that they're learning to write Shakespeare over and over and over again.
Giga brain for us.
I meme so hard. My memes are so strong. They have foresight. They have.
Anthony's Night Eye.
Who's that?
The guy that died in season 4.
I can predict things that are really funny.
Night Eye.
Oh, Night Eye. Oh,
I can only
heard
predict
Night
things
Light.
if it's hilarious.
Very confused.
The funnier is, the more accurate.
Exactly.
It's a chaotic power.
I'm super interested to see what the visions are going to be, or like what the first one is trying to tell him. Be careful. The singularity point. Is the singularity point simply like we're bonded now? Like you've had one for all, like for enough time that we're bonded, or is it like the quirk annihilation doomsday theory? Like, is that is that it?
Well, obviously, Deku and One for All are gonna fuse together and become God.
Ooh.
One for one, all for all, God. That's what they call it. One for one, all for all, God.
Now that's poetic.
Like he just T-poses everywhere he goes.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
It rhymes. But what do you call that power? They both powers fused together. Like they came back together. One for one.
Well, it's not that It's not they were ever separated. He just gave him a power. Okay, so
or maybe it's just always one or something.
Yeah.
So the lore is all for one, the bad guy. I'll just call him the bad guy and the good guy. The bad guy. I don't. In this, he was saying like, "Oh, I love you, my brother." I don't know if he's serious or not. Maybe he is. But basically, he took pity on his brother for not having a quirk. So he gave, but he also kind of like didn't like his brother. So he gave him a useless quirk, which was the ability to. I think it was the ability to stockpile quirks. But since he didn't have a quirk, that doesn't matter. But unbeknownst to him, the brother already did have a quirk, but the brother didn't know what that quirk was, and that quirk was to pass on quirks. So that's how All for One was created, by the combination of the quirk the bad guy gave the good guy. The good guy was able to create a lineage of people to fight the bad guy.
Oh.
So like, it's not that they're separate people. They were never. It's not like they're gonna fuse together again. It's that the bad guy just took a quirk from someone else and gave it to his brother, and the brother was like, "Joke's on you."
So wait. So the quirk he gave to him was basically, wait. So doesn't every person have ability that to transfer down a quirk? Wait,
what do you mean by that?
Never mind. Never mind. Anyways, my original question. So wait. So he gave him a quirk to stockpile quirks, but
basically it was kind of like
quirks.
Basically, All for One, or the bad guy is saying like, you don't have a quirk. I'll be benevolent. I'll give you a quirk. Here's a quirk to stockpile quirks, because you don't have one. You're useless. But the brother already had a quirk, which was to pass down quirks. But he didn't have a quirk to pass down.
So he's passing down a stockpiling quirk he doesn't have.
He does have.
So he has negative quirks.
He does. Yeah, I guess.
No. Well,
he's like he'd be
so
like,
like
oh,
he
when
had
he
negative
passes
quirk,
when he passes
and then,
down
yeah.
his when he passes down the stockpile quirk and his quirk to pass down stuff down.
But what is he stockpiling?
Quirks.
But what quirks?
Well,
Power.
Exactly. So that's why every generation of One for All
Not
gets
even quirks,
stronger.
power.
Yeah. Like
Power. Sheer power. Every time, every generation of One for All, yeah. Every time it gets passed down, power increases. So imagine every time you use your quirk, you get more powerful. Well, for the younger brother, the good brother, he couldn't actually do that because he didn't have a quirk to use to get more powerful. Turns out he did. Every time he gave his power to someone else, the power he gave increased. And so now, boom, boom, boom. Their power is increasing with every single generation, which means Deku is now the strongest inheritor of One for All that ever lived.
As of right now.
Oh God! Look at all. What's that gonna become?
Yeah, right.
Literally God. One for one.
Imagine
All for all was a one.
Imagine the power up Deku gets
shoot.
if All Might dies. Like,
yeah,
Super Saiyan mode.
Imagine him at 100%.
And
or,
angry.
You know what? Imagine him at plus ultra, like
with Ares strapped on his back,
man.
angry.
Little healing.
Yes.
Little
Oh
some
my
back.
gosh. Oh,
One shots the earth.
so good.
Collateral damage is best damage.
Like, now that's gonna be some finale stuff.
So, like, every time you pass it down, it basically gets exponentially stronger to that degree.
Yeah.
This is like the power, but to the 9th degree.
Basically. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We should give him another quirk.
And
so that way he gets even stronger.
And we've All Might, or like Deku's talked about, like, oh, if you gave One for All to Todoroki, then it would have merged with his power, and he would have been able to do Icy Hot plus the One for All stuff, or Icy Hot to the degree of One for All stuff. So we haven't seen someone who has a power get One for, like, because All Might didn't have any powers.
Okay.
So, like, we haven't seen someone present day who had powers get One for All and use their powers with One for All. But, like, potentially that's there. So All Might and Deku were quirkless, but they get the power of, like, 6 other people that had quirks. So they're powerhouses. They're quite literal tanks.
Yeah.
They're mammoths.
Yeah. Yeah.
All because the evil brother.
No
was
way.
trying to
And
be,
then One
spiteful.
for All. Bad guy man. So basically, could he transfer it down?
I don't know what his base
Or is
power
it the same dude ever since then?
No, it's the same guy. I think his power was the ability to take quirks.
He can move them, right?
Yeah, he can move them and he can store them inside of himself. Or at the very least, he can move.
Yeah.
I think his original power. I don't think that's confirmed, but I think his original.
Why did they call
power,
it meta powers? Why do they call it meta power or something?
Because it was still early on.
That was like
in
early
days
on.
Of quirks, like really early.
Yeah, One for All is
like
since the beginning. One for All is like a couple hundred years old, I think. Or not. All for One.
Here's what I keep wondering is how is it that there hasn't been a generation of One for All where they had a different quirk and that power was passed down along with the powerhouse stuff? So, like, how come Deku doesn't also have the ability to stretch himself super far if there was an ancestor that had a stretchy power too?
I see that you brought Luffy into the One Piece.
What?
We haven't unlocked that skill tree yet. No, I'm joking. Yeah, that.
You know what? I'm wondering if that's illegitimate.
Oh, I just realized they're brothers. So I guess their powers are in the similar. I mean, he can move other quirks, and he can just move his own negative quirk down the line.
So yeah, my belief is that the Bat Brother had the ability to move quirks, and he just stole a quirk that could stockpile quirks for himself, and then he just started.
Or
stealing
maybe he
those
gave
quirks.
him a part of his own quirk to him. Like, it ain't like immediately remove all of it, but more of like a part of it.
I don't know
like,
if
oh,
you
hey,
can do
here.
that, but I guess there's nothing saying you can't do that. But I don't know if
I mean,
he can.
yeah.
I mean, basically, I mean, he would know. I guess
he would know. We gotta go ask him. Hey, hey, yeah, there's some question about the lore while we're here.
So far, it seems like we're only going to get 20% of the lore. Gosh dang it, Deku, unlock the skill tree faster.
Do it like me, like all of it in a day.
Anthony be like in Halo Infinite. Just grinding the skill tree. Micaiah, we've done like, I think we're on like our 6th stream right now, and Anthony's already gotten most of like the skill tree on Halo Infinite.
Oh,
It's not very
nice.
big, but
It's
still.
not a big skill tree, but like no, he's got most of it already. He's gotten all the good stuff.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
But yeah,
Yes.
I'm really interested to see Deku get the other 80% of the story. I mean, I think that'd be interesting. You guys have anything else for this episode?
Yes. No, I think that covers it.
How about you, Anthony?
Could he theoretically pass it down to someone and then pass it back to him, and they do it over and over until it's like to the 1000th degree?
That's not well, because like you're
interesting.
stockpiling people's work. It'd be interesting, like,
I don't know.
what if you went into like one big circle, right? So like Deku passed it on to Todoroki, then Todoroki passed it on to Bakugo to Uraraka. Basically go all around Class 1A, and they give it back to Deku. And he has all that.
Yeah.
But then everyone's,
30th degree.
but everyone's quirkless at that point.
Yeah.
So everyone is all quirkless, but they all go into Deku. He just becomes
A
God.
small price to pay for salvation.
He just ascends to godhood.
Yeah.
Deku just needs
No,
to take
Eldritch
Ares.
being.
Deku needs to get Ares quirk.
What's Ares?
Ares, the little girl with the horn, the one that healed him during the overhaul fight.
He just becomes like literally just Omni God.
But
Omni.
we haven't had anything
all
that
is
either,
one.
we haven't had anything that establishes or disestablishes the potential of returning One for All. I don't think we've been told if it can go back to the previous
Oh, it's like,
season.
oh, actually, Deku, need that back. Just sign it back in. No, oh my, please, no. Okay.
Oh.
Got it back.
Gets buff again.
Oh.
missed my six pack.
Just drinks Deku like a juice box.
No, he slurps. Oh.
Get all that back, you little bitch.
But we actually have had, like, you can't forcefully take One for All back. Like, Stain licked Deku's blood, and All Might's like, oh, you don't have to worry about that. You have to willfully give it back to him. So you can't drink Deku like a smoothie and get One for All.
I feel like Deku would somehow be willing to give it back to All Might. Okay, All Might.
Oh, yeah, if All Might asked, I feel like Deku would totally do it, but...
Oh my, Deku, may I
Yeah.
drink you like a juice box? Oh yeah, sure. I'm like,
But we don't know if it's possible for a previous user to get it back. Even if it's
Yeah.
good.
I don't know if it's ever canonically been tried. They haven't established that yet.
All the previous users die before they try. If that lineup was of like when the previous if that lineup is like when they died, or like if they look like the way they look like when they die, a lot of them die young. Like,
Yeah, it really looks like it.
I mean, when you're the world's greatest hero, you will have a target on your back, and when you give up your power, I'm sure that even in retirement, someone's gonna plant a bomb in your house.
Yeah.
Deku, there's a bomb in my. There's on a face cam or something. There's a bomb in my office.
Well,
Connection cuts out.
I am intrigued and excited to be back into My Hero after like our month-long hiatus.
Yep.
Like Makai and I's month-long hiatus.
Yeah.
And Anthony's here for some crack cocaine. So yeah, lads, if you like this episode, hit that
Yeah.
like button,
Anthony's quirk. Chaos.
hit the
Chaos
subscribe
control.
button, hit the notification bell, leave your comments down below, and we'll see you back next week for more. Anthony's just doing his best to just keep interrupting this outro.
I am.
Alright, goodbye, lads.